waiting for.
Get out of the bed.
19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Friday morning. It is March 27th, 2015. You're almost done with the third month of the year already. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Good. And our good friend Doug Smith is here. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning, Larry.
Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up! You know the time.
We got a pretty good show. It's Friday, so we have it in our contract that we are supposed to have fun on Fridays.
Yes.
We have fun every day. And with the 7:35 to 8 slot, I do have an actual serious topic and then a fun topic. So I kind of have two topics for 7:35. Are you ready?
Okay.
There was an article I was reading, and I don't know anything about it, so I'm just going to share with you what I read. And it's something in our House Resolution Bill number 2847.
Okay.
Has a provision known as FATCA in it, which stands for, hold on, I'll find it here in a second.
Is it 2837 or 2847? I didn't hear.
2847.
47. Okay.
FATCA stands for the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. Now, I have to trust the author of the article, Mike Palmer, with this because I don't know much about this stuff. But anyway, he says, the law means that any institution that deals with the United States currency now has to comply with the IRS, which means many institutions could essentially stop dealing with U.S. dollars.
Oh, I've never heard that.
And I'm not even sure I understand what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we'll kind of go in depth at 7:35, and we'll talk about it. And if you know anything out there, kind of fill us in. But anyway, so I'll tell you about it. And I guess some people are running up red flags, whatever the expression is.
Maybe they're trying to force the euro as worldwide currency.
Sounding a lot. We have a guest coming on, a financial guest. I spoke to the publicist yesterday, and the guest is going to tell us about some things that are happening that might make the dollar not the primary currency for petroleum.
Yeah, nice.
Whatever. I don't know. It's over my head, Robert. I don't know. I don't have enough money to worry about it.
No, me neither.
I don't have any idea.
2 weeks is what we live.
What I know about though is kebabs. Mm-hmm. Food on a stick. You ever get that chicken on a stick at the Chinese restaurant we go to?
Yeah,
it's kind of good. Yeah,
it's pretty.
I don't know why it's on a stick. It's just it's on a stick. So if it's food on a stick, it's called a kebab. I have some ingenious ideas for foods on a stick. If you want to have kebabs for breakfast, kebabs for lunch,
nice.
You want to have I want to have a kebab party, I would recommend that you hire Robert and I to perform as strolling musicians at your kebab party.
Exactly. And all the proceeds go to the Marion County Literacy Council. We do not keep a penny.
Listeners, I'm telling you, you're not going to hear the end of this till the end of this, which is April 28th. 1 month and 1 day from today, we'll be done with this.
Hire Jim the butler for the waiter part, and hire Larry and Robin for the ambiance for the music.
Well, there's a couple of other things too. Do we have some guests coming in today from the Kiss the Horse thing, right? Okay.
Yep, Dr. Tim Conway.
That's right. Tim Conway. Him and Carol Burnett will be here together.
Exactly. That'll be fun.
Yeah, they'll be here together. Tim Conway, Carol Burnett.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Look at Doug. I'm kidding. Carol Burnett's not coming in.
No.
But Tim Conway is. Tim Conway is coming in. Yeah.
He's coming in 10:35.
10:35. It's a different Tim. It's a different Tim Conway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap.
I'll call Rona and have him come in as the real one.
Have him come in as the real one?
Yeah.
Like on his knees doing like that golf routine that he used to do?
That be funny?
Yeah.
Wasn't that funny?
And also he did
Doug's a Tim Conway fan. Mm-hmm. Oh, he did that's right. He did the fishing thing. All right, so we're going to have fun there. All right, News Bites at 8:35. That's where we don't really have a whole lot of fun. I hate much of the news. There's a couple of silly ones in there, but I pretty much don't like when news is news, because news is basically bad news. Basically, you know, the rest of the world is doing pretty good. That's why the news is like a big microscope, you know, looking down at the tiniest, worst people in the world, and they're just so small. The majority of the rest of the world is doing good things.
Yeah.
Jim George will be here at 9:05. He is Professor Gadget. He is the owner of American Cable Services, and he always lets us know what's going on out there in the world of technology. Tom Kreitler is coming on at 9:35. I am a friend of a friend. I am a fan of Tom Kreitler. I used to listen to him on the Money Pit.
Yeah, it was on here.
I know.
Used to be on
Used to be on WSA.
Yep.
Saturday. It was a Saturday show, right?
Saturday.
Money Pit. I have no idea. He's a home improvement expert and the co-host of the Money Pit, which is a home improvement radio show. You've probably heard. I can't remember the lady's name who he co-hosts with.
Yeah, she's a nice gal.
But anyway, so he'll be on at 9:35 to tell us about some do-it-yourself projects for the springtime.
Yeah.
Things you can do to make your house prettier and more enjoyable. 9:50 today. I have a subject that is very fun for both of us. We've talked about this before, but I have the top 10 bicycle trails in our area, and one of them isn't even a trail.
Oh, wow.
Just so it's like the top 10 places to ride a bicycle, and because we've ridden some of these trails, we can kind of give you the inside scoop on the best part of the best trail. For example, the Withlacoochee Trail is 50 miles long.
Yes, it is.
I would recommend the southern portion. It's a lot more scenic.
Yes, it is.
The Hawthorne-Gainesville Trail is 15 miles long. I would recommend the Gainesville side as opposed to the Hawthorne side.
Yeah, it's
because
where the animals are.
It's hillier. Yeah, there's more animals.
Owls and deer.
Right. Although on the Hawthorne side, we did see a whole load of turkeys one time. Remember that?
Yeah, that was enjoyable.
So that's what we'll do at 9:50. 10:05. Kelly Hart will be in the studio. Doug.
Oh, my heart goes pitter-patter.
You're a Kelly Hart fan? Doug is
Yes,
a
I am.
Kelly Hart fan.
Yeah, Kelly's a nice girl, and she's hot.
Yeah, she's very, very pretty.
And very pretty.
And she's a mom.
Pretty is important to you, Doug, right?
Yes.
And she's a mom, and
Yeah, there you go.
she's great. Kelly does a lot for the community.
And she's the executive editor of Ocala magazine, so she'll be in to talk about that magazine.
Yeah, good writer.
And we mentioned Dr. Tim Conway coming in at 10:35. He's actually one of the competitors of ours in the Kiss the Horse campaign, Kiss the Horse for Literacy. He's also on the board of directors of the Marion County Literacy Council, which is whom, is that the right use of that word? We're all doing this for. All of those little things you've been hearing about are because of that one organization that we're trying to help.
Yeah.
Dr. Thomas Campbell is an instructor of clinical family medicine at the University of Rochester School of Medicine and Dentistry. He's speaking about his book called The Campbell Plan, The Simple Way to Lose Weight and Reverse Illness.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. And Fun with Joe today. Fun with Joe. I want to read something to you.
Okay.
Frank Sinatra was not a songwriter, but he respected songwriters.
Yes, he did.
And this is what he said. He said, "I'm sure it's no earth-shattering secret, but I like to sing. And probably the most satisfaction I get, or any singer gets for that matter, is singing a well-written ballad. Because when a ballad is right, it's like poetry set to music. One thing I've always tried to reach for in my approach to a ballad is respect for the lyric. I try to do it the way I think the writer would like to have had it done. For instance, I feel a lyric can be a lament, can be an exclamation of joy, or a lyric can tell the sum and substance of a man's life." Unquote. So, and that was in a documentary called Frank Sinatra, A Man and His Music, which I didn't even know was out there. One of these days I'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he respected songwriters, and he was very, very particular about the songs he chose to record. And so I am going to read you some lines from some famous songs that Frank Sinatra sang. You and Joe will have to tell me the name of the song.
Okay, I like
So that's
that.
it. No, you won't hear the music. You won't have that musical clue. You'll just have a lyrical cue.
Okay.
Cue. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Galen Unold is leaving on a cruise today.
Yes, he
he's heading to
is.
Belize, where he and his wife and his two boys will stand on a mountaintop and sing, "I Believe I Can Fly.
That's right. He's going to do that.
I believe I can touch the sky."
He's going to do that.
Anyway, so I have
Sport.
Could it be?
I have the top 10 things you may not be able to bring on a cruise.
Oh, okay.
The top 10 things you should not bring on a cruise.
Okay.
Okay?
Excellent.
And that's from somebody who does cruises a lot. And there you go. So those are the things. Let's see what's in the talking points for this morning. Sweet 16, this is the time of the year college basketball fans live for. In last night's games, Notre Dame, Wisconsin, Kentucky, and Arizona advanced. Tonight's games pit UCLA against Gonzaga. North Carolina takes on Louisville. Utah squares off against Duke and Michigan. Michigan State tips off against Oklahoma.
I know we have Duke on our picks.
We have Duke on our picks.
I can't remember who the other four are, so I'll have to look.
And let's see. That's the fun news. There's the serious news. That story about that pilot in Germany just intentionally crashing that plane is a very troubling story.
It is very disturbing.
Investigators searched the home of the co-pilot Andreas Lubitz and took several objects and papers. They're hoping the items will reveal more information on why the plane crashed into the Alps, killing everybody, 150 people on board.
Sleeper cells, they're here.
A French prosecutor said Lubitz intentionally set the German wings plane on its fatal descent. Transponder data shows that the autopilot was reprogrammed during the flight. All right, we'll be right back.
News Radio. I'm Steve Rappaport. They know he did it, but they don't know why. Investigators searching the home of the Germanwings co-pilot who deliberately crashed in the French Alps.
They believe the 28-year-old German national locked the senior pilot out of the cockpit and forced the aircraft to descend. The black box recorded passengers screaming as the plane went down. Those who knew Andreas Lubitz have spoken of their shock and of an apparently open and happy young man.
Sky News correspondent Katie Stollard. After burning the midnight oil, the Republican-led Senate approving a budget proposal that cuts trillions of dollars in spending.
The Senate Republican budget does differ from what the House passed, but both blueprints call for the repeal of the Affordable Care Act, and leaders have set a mid-April goal to settle on a resolution.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern. And in March Madness, undefeated Kentucky, Wisconsin, Notre Dame, and Arizona advancing to the Elite Eight. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from foxnews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically